Okay, so today I'm going to show you drum parallel compression. Just getting those drum sounds a bit bigger, a bit fuller. And okay, so I've got my drum tracks here, just 4 tracks. I've EQ'd them all and just added a bit of compression to the snare. So what I've got. I like that. But I want some more punch. Okay, so first off, I'll make a group channel for the drums. So make it stereo to keep all the panning correct. And that's down here. So I'll name that drum group. And what I'll do is I'll put the output of all of these to the drum group. So now, shouldn't hear anything there, but when I unmute it, yep, I've got the drum group. Okay. Next, what I'll do is I'll add an effects channel, and on this I'll put the modern freeware 7th sign. I like these modern freeware. They're free plugins. You can get them at Antress.blogspot.com, I think. There's heaps of them. Most of them, like this one, emulates 1176, and they're pretty good. I mean, they're not as good as say Waves or UAD, but they're free. So, and I use them a bit on mixes. Yeah, this one's based on the 1176, but any 1176 plugin will work. Okay, so what I'll do next is get a send from the drum group to this, which actually I'll rename drum compress. Okay. Now, on a lot of sends, you usually go post fader. So when you turn the level down, it turns the level down in the send. Now the problem with this, with compression, is this will reduce the amount of compression, which you don't want to do once you've got that set. You want to keep that compression. So we'll put it pre-fader, put it up to 0. Okay, so just on the settings it is, with the drums I'll show you. What you need is just really just a bit louder. So what I'm going to do is show you, is take out the drum group. So we turn the drum group down. Now we've just got the compressed group. Okay. Let's mess with the settings here. So I put on Crush, which emulates the all buttons in mode in the 1176. As you can hear there, it's got lots of pumping and breathing going on. Okay, so I like that, and I'm going to turn that down. Let's give it about -15 and put this back up to 0. So we'll listen to that now and just see, and we'll adjust the taste. This does also add volume, but because it's in parallel. And one way you can get around that is you can send both of these two channels to another group if you want to control the whole drums, or you can link them. So once you've got your balance right, when you turn one down, it turns the other down. Okay. So I like that. Maybe about there. So I'll show you with the compression off. This will keep the volumes the same. Compression off. Compression off. So it really affects the space around each of the instruments as the room sound is compressed heaps more. Okay, but I didn't have any room mics, and I quite closely use the overheads. So if you want a bit more of a room sound, you can add a reverb to this drum compression group. Now, I'm going to use the Modern freeware because it's free and anyone out there can get it that can run VSTs. So I'll get this one called the Spacer. I'll just put a time about here, pre-delay, and nice stereo width. And so I'll turn down the drum group just so you can hear the compressed side. The reverb. Now, if you put the reverb first, the compressor will compress the reverb, so it'll sound like this. And get a really big sound. That's what you're after. So now I'll mix in this just to like. Compression reverb. No compression reverb. And that just adds a little bigger sound there. So you've got a bit of bigger sound, and you can always send more. For example, if I turn the drum group send off here, I didn't want the drum group to send, so I'm happy with that. But I just want the snare to be a bit more. So grab the snare, send it to drum compress. And this can be pre-fader or post-fader because now you're using it as an effect. So we send up the snare there. So I'll just solo the snare, so this is where you add it. Turn that up a bit. and it just adds more sustain to all those tails of those drums anyway. Okay, and the other thing we can do is we can then automate it all. So if we go to volume, we can automate it. So say I want a cleaner sound here. So what I'll do is I'll put read on. So I like it there. But in the chorus one, I'll show you that again. So here's the verse. Another thing you can do is you hear that you get a lot of cymbals splashing there, and the bass drum does most of it. So you can, another EQ I like is a Black Dragon. And what you can do is then you can affect, so say if I'll just turn this down just so you can hear how it affects it. If you've got it. Just turn it up a bit. Take out some of the volume. Okay, so that's some parallel drum compression. See you next time.